Right, this is Colin Carrotted from Folkestone. Colin's been running the Spitfire Judo and Sambo Wrestling Club for some years now. Colin, I believe you've started something on a Saturday and you've got hold of some new mats. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, thanks to the Kent Foundation, which is a local grant people based up in Sellindge in Kent, we managed to get a £4,500 grant for the new mats that you see here. They came last week. We had one training session in midweek, and we decided to try and start a Saturday morning club. And the idea of the Saturday morning club is to get away from formal judo, which we do on a Wednesday night, and to introduce things like sambo wrestling, combat sambo, pancration wrestling, karash, and things like that. We're going to lean more towards the pancration side of it in the combat.
Okay, you mentioned this pancration. I've never heard of this before. What's this in top? What is this all about?
It's one of the oldest forms of Greek wrestling, originating with the early Olympics, one of the early Olympic sports. It's a mixture of grappling and submission wrestling, with light strikes to the head and more contact to the body by the form of kicks or punches. And it's quite it seems to us a little bit more ethical sport than maybe just punching people in the head, and ground and pound on the ground. There's a little bit more control. So
pancration really then is the real true ancient Olympic martial art?
Definitely.
Well before the modern ones, wrestling and judo, etc.?
Yeah, it's the original art. If you see any of the depictions in the Greek mythology and from the Acropolises and things like that, they quite often show two fighters, two referees or two coaches behind them. Quite often they've got a stick to encourage their competitors to fight. Okay,
now I see a couple of lads in the background. If you two boys like to walk forward a little bit, come forward a bit, I just want to talk to you, thank you very much. You can see, ladies and gentlemen, the enthusiasm they got. They straight away want to punch each other. I don't know if that's telling us something. Lads, what do you think of it? What about you, Lofty? Lofty is one of our regulars, been with us for Sambo and Judo now for 10, 15 years now. He's grown into a very long lad, hasn't he? What do you think of it?
It's very good. It's more controlled martial art than some of the mixed martial arts that you get. You have to control strikes to the head. You can obviously do slightly hard strikes for the legs and the body. Overall, it's a more enjoyable sport than more of the mixed martial arts. You get to a ground and pound and really there to hurt the other opponent and damage them. Okay then, and
I believe you're relatively new, so what's your name again?
Paul.
Paul. And Paul, where do you come from then?
I've had quite a vast background of martial arts, but more recently, well, about 6 years ago, it was a lot more of the mixed martial arts game, back when that first started.
And well, if someone who's got some experience in these other different types of martial arts, what do you think of this particular new scheme?
Well, I used to really like the mixed martial arts, but the one thing I didn't like so much was just the constant striking to the head. Whereas with this, you can just still do the striking to get into the grappling, but you haven't got so much of the striking to the head, which was the bit that I didn't like quite so much.
Oh, jolly good. And what do you think of the new mats? Do you like the new mats?
Yeah, they're nice. Really nice.
It's very good. And I think we'll have Kieran. We've got Kieran Daniels here. Kieran's sporting a rather lovely sort of crash hat, for want of a better word. Kieran. Kieran's one of our jokers, as you most probably can see. Kieran, how do you like this particular sport of pancration?
I'm warm into it, I must say that. I wasn't a major fan at the beginning, but obviously headgear can't go wrong.
Yeah. I
like the old idea of the strikes in with the grapples. That's just sort of my kind of thing, I think.
I was under the impression you didn't need to wear the sort of safety hats. Right. Is it essential? No, it's not. Okay, right. Okay, you're just using it.
It's a bit more of a wimp than everybody else.
So it's just an extra safety factor. Well, I'd like to thank all of you for helping us out, give us a bit of information about what's happening in Folkestone. And I'd like to thank in particular Colin Carrotted for looking after the Spitfire Judo Club and Sambo Wrestling Club. And let's hope it's a success in the future. Thank you very much.
down, right up, ready? Clear, somebody. 3 points. 4 points, carry on. Lock. 4 points. Mary, Mary. Stand up.
Give him a couple of shots to the ribs.
Cut the legs off. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, hold him up. Stand up. Results. Cheers, Martin. Throw and remain standing, total victory. Swing the other leg pole. 4 points, Kieran. Come back on in, leg lock.
Don't forget you can punch them all on the ground, on the ribs only.
No straight, only get straight when you come back, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Stand up here and pull. Oh,